Okay. So we're going to talk about a reflection. And just like I wrote up here, a reflection, it's just a flip. Okay? But we're going to be a little bit more strategic than just flipping it, okay? Because there's a lot of different ways you can flip an image. So we're going to make sure we flip over a line. And we're going to call this line the line of reflection. Close though. Now question. When you look in a mirror, does it distort your image at all? Okay. Do you look the exact same? Okay. What about like depth perception? Like, what do you mean no?
Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So if I have this line of reflection and I flip my image over, both the image and the pre-image, since our depth perception looks the same in a mirror, our image looks the same. The only thing that happens is we're flipped. Ooh, excuse me. So each point and its image are the same distance from our line of reflection. And that is how we are going to figure out where our new points are. We're flipping over a line, making sure we're the same distance away. Okay? I will tell you right now that the x-axis and the y-axis are going to be our lines of reflection. Okay, so you only have two options. So basically you need to remember which one's the X and which one's the Y. Okay. Since our shapes do not get distorted, we are going to have congruent figures from one image to the next. Okay, from the pre-image to the image, they're going to be same size, same shape, just like we did with a translation. Okay. So what I want everybody to do, in your caddies, there are expo markers and there are highlighters. The expo markers should all be put away. I want you to find a highlighter. We're going to do this for our notes, and you can decide whether you want to do this for your homework or not. Okay? So grab a highlighter, and what we are going to do is we're going to highlight whatever our line of reflection is. So in number 1, our line of reflection is the x-axis. Could you please, with your arms, show me what the x-axis looks like? Ellie, stand up. Do you see Ellie's arms? That is the x-axis. Let's all highlight the x-axis on number 1. What? No, we skipped that part. Okay. So what we are going to do, we're going to take each of these coordinates. We are going to figure out how far are they from that line. And then we're going to have to put a point that same distance on the other side. So everybody put their pencil on A. And let's count how far it is to the x-axis. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is 6 units away from the x-axis. So now what we're going to do, we're going to count the other side of the x-axis that same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is our new A. Okay. I can't be light with my pencil like you can, so I'm going to try to use lighter colors to depict when you're probably not writing very hard with your pencil. Okay. All right, where is our new A coordinate located? What is that? What are those numbers? Thank you. 1, -6. We just threw it over the x-axis the same distance away. Okay. How far away is B from that x-axis? This is where you answer me. How far is B from the x-axis? Okay, it's only 3 units away, right? Okay, so we are going to go on the other side of the x-axis, 3. And here's our new B coordinate. Olivia is telling me that this coordinate is 8, -3. Is she correct? Okay, how about you find me the C coordinate? Can you count and find me the C coordinate, please? Matthew, do you have a question? Okay. You're ready for it? Do you have a question?
Is it already x-axis?
No, it's 2 above it. The x-axis is that. So like C is 1, 2 from it. So we're gonna go 1, 2 on the other side. Well, the letter is there, but the dot is what I care about. Okay, so Matthew, where did C end up for you?
4, -2.
Is that where it ended up for you? We went down 2 to the x-axis, so 2 in the other direction, 4, -2. So I do want you to make sure that you draw your new coordinates and you create the shape. Does it look like the triangle that was already drawn in there for you? Does it look like it's looking into this green mirror and seeing a purple reflection? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we can kind of think about what our picture should look like before we draw it, because we know it's going to look like a reflection. We know it's just going to flip over and keep the same size and shape. Okay, so let's think about what number 2 is going to look like. Okay, first of all, where's the y-axis? Show me with your arms. Yes. Okay, we'll do yellow this time. Okay, our y-axis is the vertical one. So will you please take your highlighter and highlight the vertical y-axis? All right, so now we need to count to the y-axis. So for J, how far away is J from the y-axis?
2.
Only 2. So when we go 2 on the other side of the y-axis, we are going to get the coordinate -2, 1. When we take K K looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units away from the y-axis. So if we go 4 on the other side, we end up here. What's that new coordinate? What's the new K? Okay, I agree with the 7, but what's the x coordinate? -4. Okay. All right, I'm going to have you find me the new L and M coordinates. I need you to find me the new L and the new M coordinates. Matthew, what would be the name of the new L coordinate? -7, 6. Good. And then Landon S., what would be the name of the new M coordinate? M? Yeah, so do you see how it's on the x-axis?
Yeah.
It needs to stay on the x-axis. Do you see how like yours looks a little funky?
Yeah.
Like it should be down here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be -5, 0. Okay, if your shape does not look like it's the same shape and size, then something maybe is a little bit off. Okay, I tried really hard to draw in those numbers to help you count your coordinates. Does anybody have an observation to make off of 1 and 2?
For the x up there, it was a positive and a negative, and then for the y, it was a negative and a positive.
Okay, so this is something that you'll notice to be a pattern. When we flip over the x-axis, our y-coordinates are just going to change positive to negative or vice versa. Okay? When we flip over the y-axis, our x-coordinates are going to just change from negative to positive or the other way. Okay? So I really like the reflection one because the coordinates aren't going to be, like you're going to have the same numbers. We're just going to change some positives and negatives around. Okay? So this is what I want you to do. Could you turn to page 10 for me?